of people on the internet. Brandon,
The homies.
he's the homie and a very, very, very knowledgeable and accredited Ariana Grande fanboy.
You had to take a sec for the
Official
words.
Twitter. All right, so we have Snake versus Wolf here.
In friendlies, Boki messed me up pretty bad with Snake. Didn't necessarily get a download of him or really anything.
He's been spending a lot of time with the character.
I didn't. It seems so. He messed me up with a Joy-Con. Two-stocked me.
Oh man. Well, Punchy. Here's the thing. If I have a read on this matchup, it's favorable for Boki because I noticed in the earlier matchup that Punchy played against MB, he had some.
Wow, with the C4, that's gonna be
Yeah.
that.
He had perhaps some I would call risky habits, but we just have to see how much of it he was getting away with because he was forcing MB to punish him for it because that's a
And of course with a character like Mewtwo as well.
Yeah.
It's not really easy to
Well,
punish. But I think
it was Mewtwo and then Sheik, and it was recovery habits. If there's one thing that Sheik is good at, she can definitely just run you down,
cover
get in your
everything
space.
with
Yeah.
that.
And he was doing the side B onto the stage quite a bit and hitting MB with it. I don't think we'll see that here.
Punchy definitely being more careful with a lot of things he's doing here, and that up B is not going to be in the stock.
That's Snake,
Alright.
heavy guy. He's been eating good.
On that
And
diet.
that's 2 down. We're a minute and a half into the game.
He's already 2 down. That's insane. 140. Snake not going to die.
And assuming Boki doesn't walk into a random strong hit here, he could presumably live for another 20-30%.
Even with that, something like what was that, forward tilt not going to come down.
Yeah,
Making a pretty safe recovery with that up B there.
Good throw.
But throw's going to do that.
Good grab, I should say. The throw isn't really the
The throw isn't the main part of that.
execution. Yeah, you just
Hit a direction and then they go.
let me just turn my analog stick.
And now you're dead.
Mountain to climb though, very big mountain to climb. I hate to use commentator tropes, but that's what I see.
It's
That's
if
where
you
we're
can't
at.
find better words, it's what's happening.
Yep.
What was that?
And that's
move?
not gonna do it.
Didn't necessarily see what Boki got
Oh,
out
he
there.
really just.
He knows he's at an advantage here, so he can go pretty much anything.
Oh man.
Oh. I thought that was going to
It's
be
an
a hard
overshoot,
read.
Okay. I thought he was just gonna try to grab him again.
I thought it was going to be the hardest read I've ever seen. Punchy.
I think he had the read.
I think he
commit
did
to
too.
it.
He just did not.
Yeah,
he did
was
not.
like, well, he has the space in this game to be able to do that right now, right? Because
Yep.
he is not in a position where he's under any dire threat of losing at this point.
Do you think that's getting to him as well? Do you think Punchy's going to be able to use that to his advantage? Do you think Boki's definitely in a mindset where he's like, I can win. This is fine.
Yeah, he's just let me play safe, let me play optimally, and let me just
And
rest on my laurels a little
and if
bit.
that is happening, I think he'd have to be a little worried now. With Punchy at 163, not too much to worry about, but definitely possible for a comeback if Punchy's being as careful as he is.
Yeah, it's
shooting
gonna be
those
a
lasers.
grind for Punchy if anything's going to happen here. Truthfully.
Going for the box. Oh. Did a decent amount of percent too. What did that box do? Was that
That was like 4.
4?
Yeah, it was like 13 to 17.
Oh.
That was BM from both sides. Good friends do that. That's how that works.
Boki taking game 1.
Yeah, while it was last stock, it looked pretty comfortably. It didn't look like he had the heat all the way up, so to speak.
Definitely.
But at the same time, we don't know what adaptations Punchy might make.
That's true.
So
At the end of that game, you could definitely see Boki just sticking to his guns, throwing out everything he could, and Punchy just trying to avoid it. At that high percent, you really can't take anything.
like if the early game plays out differently, we could ultimately see a very different result. And I know that's obvious to say, but that largely depends on Boki's consistency and Punchy's adaptations. So if we see anything change here, it could be a completely different game.
Are we getting a character switch from either player?
Going to Yoshi's.
So let's see about that, because I don't know how good of a matchup in general Wolf Snake is. I think it's definitely doable for Wolf, but alright, both staying.
I don't know about many matchups that Wolf can't deal with. If there are any, they're probably zoners. And I mean, Snake is kind of a zoner, but not
With
the kind
the
of
way
zoner.
Boki is playing, it's definitely
Yeah.
trying to zone as hard as he can.
It's not the kind of zoner I would expect Wolf to have problems with, though. I'm thinking like Palu. I feel like that would be
Absolutely.
rough.
Punchy definitely going in, trying to get as much percent early as he can.
And we're seeing a much different
Sort of got
start to the game. Punchy's being very active right now. He's just not letting him have space, which is the play if you're getting camped in any facet. So it's going a lot better for him here.
Definitely, Punchy's going for the little Mac option of going as hard as you can and just maneuver them.
Yeah.
That's sort of with a lot of characters, but I think Wolf definitely uses it to his advantage here, and especially with his lasers, he can go out and
Yeah,
really
I mean,
deal with a lot of what Snake has.
if you push the pace and really just minimize Snake's inputs, it really just starts to peel away at a part of his game. So
And the Shine too can do a lot with reflecting that.
absolutely.
Really keeping his inputs down.
Yeah, but it's also controlling his space rather than letting him control yours. And there you see him setting up the traps. You see the Snake.
Boki wasn't totally ready to have that upper platform ready.
No, sir.
Probably should have gone for one on the top, one on the bottom instead of two on the bottom. But definitely being ready on the top platform is good for him.
And we see the trend continue of Boki with an early lead. But it's not much this time. If
Definitely
Punchy
able to
can
come back. Punchy gets one good up B, and that's going to be that. Definitely
Yeah.
could have been there, but going for the down smash wasn't a necessarily bad option.
He
Forward
just-
smash is going to do it.
he just said, "I'm taking it.
It's mine now. Your
I don't care
stock,
if you want to let me have it.
your stock is
This
mine.
is what I'm doing."
You've seen
3
this-
times. he
You've seen this
said.
interaction a whole lot, where it's just grenades and lasers. And one of them eventually gets in, and then here you see Boki gets the
Look at
conversion there.
He's just got that
Was
one
that the
interaction.
parries?
One interaction and up to 40.
Are we going to see a shield break here? Boki trying to be cool. Down, we're going to send him off. No necessary punish from the uppie there.
See, I think this stage, I want to understand the picking of a smaller stage against Snake, which I mean I do for Snake, right? I understand why you would want to limit Snake's space, but I don't understand why you would want to limit your own as Wolf.
I think Wolf has a lot of close range options, but definitely when it gets to situations where you're further away, I think Snake has the advantage there, definitely.
Right. My issue with a stage like this for Wolf, though, comes into situations where he has to play defense. Because
not much.
Wolf needs space to play defense as well as to recover. If you can smother his recovery, that definitely affects Wolf heavily. And we are seeing a fair lead now here. It was close. It still can be, and now it's close again. We have a 60% deficit.
60 is not too much for Wolf, but with Snake's arsenal, definitely able to close it out here, unless Punchy gets a fantastic conversion, great combo to make it even real quick.
Yeah, he could potentially very easily keep him at bay, or Wolf could potentially very easily get in.
Boki being very good with these shield grabs, though.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed about him early in comparison to other players. His defense is already pretty polished.
Definitely with a character like Snake, you have to keep that top priority.
Indeed. But those lasers get mileage as well as grenade blown up in his face here. All right.
Yeah, Punchy's main option is really lasers from far away.
All right, we have a last
Haven't
stock
seen
last hit here.
That
Oh,
was
and
that
the
down
drop
smash
kick.
was not a good option.
Yeah, I think he just put all his eggs in one basket there. He really just
He really paid for it
hard
too.
committed. And as a result, we have a 2-0 to Boki. Good games by Punchy though.
Yeah, good games to both players.
Indeed.